What is happening?
Hello, everyone.
Welcome all.
Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Monica. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Grammy. Hope everyone's doing well today. Happy Monday.
It was a good Monday.
It was.
Back to real life. Bleh.
Yep, back to the real world. Vacation is over.
Well, it's grainy again.
I don't
I
know.
don't know why it's done that all of a sudden.
Hi, Lori.
Hello.
Hi, Lee. I'm trying to read my contacts are a little fuzzy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
So our anniversary is actually tomorrow.
Mhm.
April 20th is our official anniversary day, but couldn't really make it work out for on the anniversary, so we had an anniversary trip this past weekend.
Yep, 8 years of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Bliss. Hey, Mama Z's. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Weaver Wagon. Hey, Wanda. Yeah, so we took a little trip, and it was so much fun. It was the best weekend ever. It was actually a Thursday and Friday, and then we came home Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey, Marla. Hey, Erica. Hey, Big Dreams. Hey, Naturally NC. Tammy said, Zach, do you still have zinnia seeds in your pocket?
I know. Got them all out. The washer catches so many garden seeds.
Mm-hmm. Probably have plants growing in there.
Yeah.
Soon.
I got grass growing in the back of my truck.
Yep.
It's crazy. You just give something a chance. It grows.
Hey, Dana. Hey, Ordinary Pete.
Spike the like. Kind of like
Spike
that.
the
I like
like.
it. Never heard that saying it that way.
Hey, Three Willows Homestead. Hey, Carol.
Big Dreams Homestead. I'm dying to know why Zach was climbing over the banister. So if you all follow us on Facebook, we posted a lot of teasing pics on what the stories are going to be about today. As always, we normally wait till closer to the 30-minute mark before we get into the stories, give everybody a chance to get on. But we have two good ones. Why did I have to climb over the balcony at our anniversary trip? And what in the world was going on in that picture when we announced that we were going live? So obviously we were in the air. Jen looked like she was having a panic attack. And I was just smiling and laughing nervously because that's what I do. So we'll get into both of those this evening.
Goodness gracious. Oh, it was an event. Andy,
congrats to closing the homestead next week. That's awesome, man.
Good. So glad that it's almost over. Hey, Diane. Data said I'm the only person. Hopefully I said that right. This is her name, right? Hey, Greenwich Homestead. Candace, I'm doing great after the dentist. Everything is back to normal, which is wonderful. I was actually telling Zach yesterday, I didn't realize how bad it was, I guess, for so long. And now it's just like a whole different world in my mouth. But it's great to be back to normal.
Actually, what did you do with those slip things?
They're right there on the counter.
Okay.
Ordinary Pete said, do you cut your own hair or go to a barber? I've been wondering. So I actually cut Zach's hair and Wyatt's hair, and then me and Raylan. Actually, Raylan's never had a haircut, but I go to a.
Didn't she get it one time? A trim one time to try to cut like some dead ends, but literally one time. And she cut her own hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jen does a good job, doesn't she?
I don't like doing it. I don't know what I'm doing, but he makes me cut it.
She does great.
I'm like, I can just call and make you an appointment.
You know how much this would cost if we went to a barber shop? Like $20 or more. I don't even know what it costs to get a haircut these days, but I'm sure it's at least $20.
Goodness
you do a fine job.
Hey, Francine.
So funny because I saw a couple names that sent these to us. Last week's Monday Night Live story. We talked about, first off, we talked about her slipping and falling a month back, and no one came to help. and then last week, I did the splits in the shower. And so thanks to Tammy and Kimberly, they sent us non-slip sticks for our bathtubs. So we wouldn't go down. Y'all know what's so funny? So we had the grandparents, my mom and her mom and Aunt Patty came to the house to stay while we were gone to help out with the kids. And then also because Jed had to work, so they could kind of help out with the animals as well. I think Jed did a lot of it, but just in fact,
mostly the dogs.
Yeah, just having more people here because it does take a village to run this place. My mom brought her own bath mat.
Yes.
Just so
that's how slippery our shower is.
And then these were in the mail. They just didn't know. I'm like, you should have just opened it up. We had some right here. So thank you all. Thank you. These are going in the tub.
They will be
one for ours, one for the kids. And so hopefully I don't know, then we won't have no stories.
But maybe we'll all live longer.
Oh my goodness. So thank you all. We got a good laugh once we got those in the mail.
Shirley said, question, why does a tomato plant just turn yellow and wilt for no reason?
Yellow and wilt. There's a few things. First thing I would say is probably a watering situation, either too much or too little. I know that's vague, but that would probably be the first thing. The second piece would be nutrients.
Yes.
If you haven't up potted, they might be getting too big for what they're in, especially if you did seed starting mix. So like if it's not a potting soil or a potting mix, basically seed starting mix is very, very low on soil amounts. So it doesn't have the nutrients for that plant to last very long in there. So that could be a reason it's turning yellow.
Hey, North Star.
Lastly, it could be if you drop too cold. They could have had a little bit of frost. We definitely had one over the weekend. Thankfully, our plants are all right. But I would first up pot. Second would be watering situation. And then third, it could be something that was out of your control.
Andy says, Thursday, your only day at the market. We'd like to come support y'all. So here, the market is only on Thursdays.
Easy now. You can watch, but don't comment.
It's only on Thursdays, which is different because in our old town, which this is our first time ever doing market, but we would go to market on like Thursdays, Saturdays, sometimes Tuesdays.
At our old place.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah, but here it's only Thursdays. So, which is good though, because we don't want to get too exhausted with it. We've never done it before. Sunday night dinners with Deborah said, Jen, your skin is glorious. Your complexion is lovely. What do you do? Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Nothing really. I use vitamin C on my face every day and then a moisturizer, and that's it. I wash it when I get in the shower, but that's about it. I'm out in the sun a lot, but I do wear moisturizer. Or not moisturizer with SPF. That's what I was trying to say.
Tony Renee at home, do you prefer seed starting mix or potting soil to start seeds? Definitely seed starting mix to start, but we quickly up pot into potting soil. However, we do use like a container gardening potting mix, which is a little bit closer to potting soil when we're doing like something that we're not going to move. So squash, pumpkins, cucumbers, stuff like that, we'll put in our actual little 3-inch pot to seed start, and we'll use more of a container gardening mix, something that you would, you can just find at Lowe's, whatever. We'll use that. But if we're doing tomatoes and stuff in those big 162 cell seed trays, definitely seed starting mix. It's lighter and more airy.
I was trying to find that. Jackie said the Max lost animals in the latest storm.
I'll pray for them. That we actually, I talked to Kobe while we were on vacation, and they've just been one after another with incredibly bad storms. We've had a couple come through, but we haven't had any loss or damage, unlike what they're going through. So definitely say a prayer for them. They lost one of their sheep. They lost some other animals.
Chickens.
Destroyed to a lot of their structures that they had, trees down. So just say a prayer for the Max.
Yeah. Let's see.
Also, our good friend Jill.
Hey, Gemini.
Green Dream.
Yes.
Green
Dream Project.
I wanted to say Homestead. I knew that one right. Green Dream Project. He's they're mods for our channel. He lost his mom this past Friday, so definitely say a prayer for him as well. She was ill, but they thought that she was going to pull out of it, and then abruptly went south. So
very sad.
A lot of sadness in the Homestead world. So just make sure you continue to pray for everyone.
The Rusty Pepper said, "How is Lucy doing? She is awesome.
She's doing good.
She's getting really big. She's a little Dennis the Menace, though. I'll tell you."
It's just bottle babies. I mean, if when you have bottle babies and you have non-bottle babies, you just know, who's a bottle baby because they're all over you. They wear you out in a good way, but they're just all over you.
Dottie said, "Can you plant beets before the last frost?" You absolutely can. Yeah. We have, probably over 100 growing out there in our kitchen garden, and they're doing great.
Yep.
She was like that when she was in her house. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
She was fooled from the moment she was born.
Probably didn't have anything to do with it at all.
Oh, goodness. North Star, I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been dealing with Facebook bullying from one of my children. So tough.
Oh, I hate to hear that. Sorry, Kathy.
Yeah, Facebook sometimes can be.
Yeah, it can be ruthless.
It can be such a positive thing, but also such a negative thing. It's so hard.
Thankfully, most of y'all, and I don't even like people actually physically know. Like I don't even see their stuff anymore, and I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, it's all Stivers Tribe gardening. Stivers Homestead, so it's pretty cool. Brenda said, "Do you keep the lights on all the time with the ceilings in the house?" No, we do not. We do 12 hours on, 12 hours off, unless we get a headache, and then we turn it off.
Yeah, we actually have some squash and stuff over there. Just remember, anything you're doing in gardening, you're trying to mimic summer. Sun still sets, sun still rises. So you're just mimicking what it would be like in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got some cold coming, which I think everybody does. That last sneak up on you, freeze or frost. We've got that going on this week. So
yeah, we talk about it a lot in tomorrow's video.
Hopefully everything will be fun.
Yeah, thankfully, like it's like 30, 31, 32 for like 3 nights in a row. That's not bad. It obviously wouldn't like it, but that heater should be able to at least keep it above 32. And then the plastic will keep the frost off. So fingers crossed, because there's too many plants out there to be bringing them in here.
Tanya said, "How about a stink bug remedy?" I do not have one, but if you find one, let me know. Because I hate them.
They're hard shelled bugs, so I guess you could probably throw DE all over your house.
Oh, they're talking about for the garden or the house?
Probably both. If stink bug's probably the house, but I mean you can throw DE all over your house. It's like
I wouldn't do that.
It's pretty great. It's fine.
I have a worse problem. We haven't had too many. I think since that night on the live where that one was attacked.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad.
I haven't seen one since then.
Hasn't been bad.
I don't know if that means a bigger bug is taking over or what.
Miss Hidden Heights Farm, what about a squash bug remedy? So that's the golden question of gardening, right? To be honest with you, the best thing that you can do is continuously put on DE and neem oil, the fire out of them things before you ever see them, like ever at all. And we actually talk about this video tomorrow, but underneath the plants, underneath the leaves is where they get it. A lot of people like just throw the stuff on their plants and it's hitting the top and then you're not even touching where the bugs go. So you got to get underneath the leaves. Yeah. That's where you'll help out. But to be honest with you, when they come, it's over.
Yeah. A lot of people swear by lint rollers too. They go out and they lint roll their plants and try to get all the squash bugs off. And it can probably work for a little bit until they truly invade.
Right.
They're the worst. Moving them every time is very helpful.
Confusing
every year,
them.
Moving your squash or your pumpkins helps a lot. It doesn't completely get rid of them, but it can slow it down and give them a slower start to the year.
Yeah, because the thing is something that like people might not understand. Like they're in the dirt. Like they're in the dirt. They're waiting to come out. So like if you have squash plants here or pumpkins, anything in the squash family, they're hiding in the dirt. Then they come out and they're like, "Oh, it's here! Yay! I'm just going to go back to eating." But if you then replace that with a tomato bed, like they come out like, "I don't like tomatoes. Like this ain't my thing." And then they kind of confuse them, and they still will find it, but it delays it a little bit longer. So really, you can like have 2 rounds of squash, zucchini, and stuff like that. Is the best way to do it. Just when they come, pull them, rip them out, burn them suckers, and then you can replant and try to maybe get another round.
City Girl Country Heart said, "Have you ever had a chicken eating fresh laid eggs?"
Oh yeah.
We always have at least 1 or 2 egg eaters. And Dolly, our dog, our Great Pyrenees, she likes to eat them too. So we just have to go out there basically all day. Right now, we're not too worried about it because we get so many eggs as it is. And if we miss 1 or 2, it's completely fine.
Yeah, we're getting 2
we have too many.
Yeah.
But it is hard. You just have to check all throughout the day. And a lot of people put mustard in an egg and they swear that helps or keeps them away, or get a wooden egg, stuff like that. But yeah, we always have an egg eater. There's always one. It always seems to be our Americanas. I'm not sure why they are the worst egg eaters, but they have a real bad habit.
Yeah, and so like she said, wooden egg. I don't know how you really get the mustard in an egg. I mean, that's just
I don't either.
That would be a job all on its own. But I mean, if you really want to end the problem, the best thing to do is leave an egg, watch. If you really want to spend some time out there, figure out which one that shows more than interest and actually breaks it, and then remove the chicken. But yeah, I mean, the best way to do it is the wooden eggs, and then going to get your eggs more often. So like you can leave it to where they're not out there very much, and you can slow it down and usually end up stopping it if you are just going out there and check every hour.
Hey, Fermented Homestead. Debbie said, any raccoon friends around lately?
No.
Since the last one. We have not had any more. I think
Thankfully.
that was just a weird night. I think that raccoon was very confused. But thankfully, not no more. Do you have Lucy shirts, Charmaine?
We do. Lucy Strong. Let me get the coffee mug.
Oh yeah, we got our coffee mug today. It's so cute. I love it.
Where's the water bottle?
I think it's over here in the living room. Patricia said, hey y'all, catching my first live in Central Kentucky. Enjoy your video so much. Awesome.
So this is the coffee mug, but it's the same design as the shirt, and we have a bunch of them, but Strong Like Lucy.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can get it with, so that her little collar is red, and you can get it red on the inside.
It looks pink on there, but it's red.
Yeah, or the bell is yellow, and you can get this yellow. But that's the design, and there are shirts like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone asked about, because she was using our old Stivers Homestead tumbler, and that is discontinued. We no longer have that available to purchase, but we do have a water bottle, and this is it, Stivers Homestead. And it just looks so classy, so fancy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all that's on the stivershomestead.com and our merch. It's pretty cool stuff. And yeah, so there's that. And every month we'll be updating the merch and adding some new stuff. A lot to do with like the season. So we have a coffee mug that right now has the snow Stivers Homestead. But we'll be having the spring one out there, which will be pretty cool.
Thank you, Angel. We have really enjoyed our anniversary time. Yeah. And tomorrow's the actual day. There won't be anything special. We've already celebrated. Raylan has gymnastics, so we'll be doing that and work and all kinds of stuff.
You're cheap. I just saw you on here. I thought about you the other day. I was planting some zinnias, and some of y'all have been around for a really long time. I talked about germinating the fire out of my zinnias, and I remember when we met back in Arkansas, and it was funny how you had such a good laugh out of that. It's fun. Like, we connect with a lot of you all, and we remember you all like kind of a sudden, certain specific things, and we think about you all dumb.
Yeah. Khaki, my first time catching one of your lives. Love your channel platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
So glad you're here. Oh, Sharon says she loves her coffee mug. She'll keep it forever.
Oh yeah, the Stivers Homestead mystery. Yeah, we got both of them.
Those were beautiful. I love them. Hey, Deborah. Good evening.
Thank you, Lou. I don't know if you said thanks to Lou or not, but I just thought.
Oh, thank you, Lou. Hope you're doing well.
Y'all, I'm so frustrated to now not be in a house with composting toilets and all this good stuff and this and that. And if I see a fly, I go on a rampage to kill those suckers.
Yeah, they're annoying.
It's farm life, and usually it's like we're bringing eggs that aren't completely clean or washed, and so that stuff kind of draws them in. Even though they don't stink, it's just.
Gosh, flies. I washed like 25 dozen eggs today for market.
Yeah. Okay. So it's fine. Everything's fine. But I just find it very weird that we have to wash our eggs and refrigerate them for market. And, man, I don't know if that's like a farmer's market all around thing or if it's
I'm sure it is, because you've got people out there that would bring them.
I'm sure. Yeah. But I'm sure it's probably more for the presenting thing. But I'm like, that was a farmer's market.
It's fresh as you can.
Fresh. But it's all good.
Yeah. We got a mini fridge.
We're learning the rules.
Shoo. We've got 3 days until our first market. And I think we're pretty prepared. We've gotten all the paperwork done. It's mainly just gathering our stuff and organizing it to where we can get there and throw it all out.
Michelle, I've been telling her we need to get a salt gun.
Yes, we do need one. That would be fun.
Does that count as spilling salt? Like every time I shoot it, do I need to throw some over my shoulder?
He spilled some on our anniversary at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said,
we both looked at each other and knew what needed to happen next. But it was a packed little place. It's our favorite place. It's called Janice's. If you ever go, if you ever go the like Newport way around and not have to drive through Pigeon Forge, stop at Janice's. Great place. But it's tight.
It's very tight.
And I knocked that over, and I looked at her. She looked at me. She's like, "You got to do it." I was like, "I don't want to do it. There's no lady behind me.
You have to.
I don't want to." So I grabbed a little on my fingers.
He got the job done.
I got it done. A few speckles of salt went flying.
It probably went on his shoulder.
Yeah, it just laid there. Take it with me.
Oh my goodness. have you ever water glass eggs? Yes, Patricia, we do water glass eggs.
We actually have a video on it. I think it's connected with something.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. But it's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Khaki said I heard there was going to be a YouTube Kentucky meetup in September. Yes. It's the Homesteader, old-fashioned Homesteaders picnic. We plan to go as long as we can get someone to watch the animals, but we hope to. Yeah,
we actually moved like 2 more hours away from it. It used to only be like a couple hour trip for us. Now it's over 4 hours.
Hey, Rebecca.
To get there. But that's the only event that we are trying to make sure that we make this year.
Amy, we did not get zinnia and sunflower seeds. I don't know. We'll have to check the P.O. box again.
Yeah, we haven't checked since we've been back, so it could be there.
Thank you, Weaver.
Honey Badger's Homestead. What is your fave tomato to grow there? We love pink ox hearts.
Yes.
That is our favorite slicer tomato.
Kentucky beefsteak.
Kentucky beefsteaks are great. Bonnie Bess is
Rosella for cherries.
She's going fast on Kentucky beefsteaks and pink ox hearts for slicers, for sandwichers. Bonnie's Best for candy and red snappers.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one you said? Rosella.
Rosella
is our favorite cherry.
Yeah. Can't wait to have some fresh tomatoes. We actually had one at Janice's, and it tasted about as close to fresh as you could get it.
Yeah.
And it was so good, and it just made me think about all the tomato sandwiches I'm going to have.
It had to be a hothouse tomato. They had to know someone that had a big hot tunnel that they grew in. People around here call greenhouses and hot tunnels hot houses. And so it's like starting to stick. But it had to be a greenhouse tomato because that thing was fresh. And
hey, Laura,
we've done the challenge on YouTube. Like we know the difference between store-bought and actually grown, but there's also a difference between greenhouse and outside. If you don't know, you will know if you ever try it.
Oh goodness. Funny story time. Yes, beefsteak tomatoes are amazing. They're so good.
And Kentucky beefsteak is a yellow, a yellow beefsteak, and so I'm not a huge fan of the dark reds unless we're canning. Yeah. That's why we like the pink and the yellow for our slicers because they're just a little bit more milder. Yeah. And they're a little bit more firm, in my opinion, which I like. Right.
I don't like the mushies. We like ours a little firm.
Yeah. Yeah. Any slicer will not be red from us, unless somebody's twisting their arm and just then we'll do it. But yeah, yellows, oranges, and pinks are our favorite slicers. Okay. Which one first? The balcony?
Yeah. Okay, so a little backstory. We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's our favorite spot. It's where we got married 8 years ago. And we go at least every year, sometimes twice. And then we moved here to actually be closer to it. So we're only about an hour and a half now. And we go usually once a month now, if not more. So,
and real quick, a little bit more by so we usually always like bring family. We rent cabins, chalets, stuff like that. But since we've moved here, we started staying more like on the Gatlinburg Street. Yeah. So, go ahead.
So it was just me and him, our moms and Jed and my Aunt Patty took care of the kids and all the animals, which was awesome. So we went for a trip and y'all know us. Nothing can ever be just
ever
the way it's supposed to be.
First off, y'all saw Friday Night Lights, right? And like we were sniffling.
Oh my god.
Like we had the sniffles and we're fine now. It was allergies. It was just allergies. So like everything and anything.
The peak of it was when we left.
Yeah, was trying to ruin this trip. Like everything possible was trying to get us not to go. And like we were going. Mama and Daddy don't get to do this very often.
Hey, Duncan.
We were going no matter what. Hey, Brenda. So Thursday we're heading down. I mean, I'm driving and I'm like, my nose is burning up here.
He started getting the worst of it. I was on my third day, so I was starting to feel a little bit better. But I knew what he was coming into, and I felt so bad for him. But at the same time, I wanted to be like, yeah, it's a little worse than you thought it was, isn't it?
Right. But didn't let it get me down. We were going. But it's more of the awkwardness of just being in a public place with allergies nowadays.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do everything I could. And then I would hold back this part and then my eyes start watering because I'm holding it back. And some of my eyes got bloodshot because I'm trying to hold back a sneeze because I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it in a public area. And so my eyes start watering and all this good stuff. So it was chaos going down there. And then so y'all know we're porch people.
Yeah.
We love sitting on a porch. We love the fresh air. That's like our thing to do. We cannot stand being in this house too much. Yep. We're forced to do it enough in the winter. After that, we out. Like, we are not staying inside. So our little hotel room had a little porch. Little balcony. And there was a nice creek. And we had livestock like everywhere. Like, I guess they knew that we were farmers back home because we had doves.
5 o'clock every day.
Doves, geese, squirrels, cardinals, all robins. They were all just like floating to our spot. And there's people everywhere, but they were just coming straight to our balcony. So we were just having a real good time out there, listening to music, all that good stuff. And I think you asked for another drink, or I need another drink, or something like that. And I went to walk in. I looked at her. I said, "Quit messing with me, babe. We've had enough. There's been enough this week. We don't need to add no more drama to this weekend. Like, it's been enough. Quit playing. Open this door." She just looked at me wide. I'm like,
"Stop.
Stop.
I said, "I'm not feel it."
She said, "Stop. Seriously, stop. This ain't funny. Unlock the door." She said, how can I unlock the door?" I'm like, "I don't know, but you did it. Unlock it." She said, "I didn't do nothing." She said, "I've been sitting right here." She said, "You're the one that's going to do that." I said, "You did something when I wasn't looking. I know it. Unlock the door." Unlock the door. So we go back and forth for like 10 minutes. I'm like, "I don't believe you. You did something to this door." And finally, I'm convinced this woman did not do it.
No.
Somehow I clicked. I don't even know how. I don't even know what button I hit on the door. Scissor up. Oh, yeah, that's a whole nother. So, yeah, before we continue, we like loaded up on allergy and cough medicine
we took it all.
Before we went down, because I'm like, I am not going down. I am going to drug myself up and make it through. So like, we got some Dayquil. We started having this joke. I was like, "I'm gonna get my scissor before we get going here, so I don't snot all over everybody and nobody looks at me real weird." So we kept calling it scissor. Yeah. And y'all know scissor makes you do little weird things in your head. So I'm assuming that's why the door locked itself. Yep. So I locked it. She said, "Well, you might go to the front desk." So why don't you go to the front desk? She said, "Because you're the man and you locked us out."
You're the man of this house.
That's right. You did it. You fixed it. So thank goodness we were on no shoes. Thankfully, I was clothed. You know, like,
yeah, right. Clothing.
Blessings. Hashtag blessed. So I was cool to not have shoes on. That'd be the worst of my issues. And thank goodness we were on the first floor.
Thank goodness.
I mean, there was still a little bit of drop, but I mean, it was first floor.
You had to get on the chair. He said, "How am I going to get up this thing?" I said, "Well, there's a chair. Step on that. Climb over."
Okay. And then I looked at her and said, "I don't have a key. What am I going to do?" She said, "I guess you're going to have to go to the front desk." I said, "Oh, I can't go to the front desk." I said, "I'm snotting, get my eyes watering. I ain't got no shoes on. I got the scissor up in me. How am I going to go to the front desk?" Like, I am ready to not be more in public right now. Like, I'm calling this day done and going in the bedroom, hoping tomorrow's better. She said, "Man of the house, you did it. Go to the front desk." So
you're the boss.
Remember the creek situation.
You driving this boat.
You driving this boat, and you're gonna get us back to the marina. So I hop over the little balcony. No big deal. That was easy. Have to do that a lot around here, getting over electrical fencing. Well, I start looking. There's no way to the front.
No. Without
creek.
It was a retaining wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taller than me. And I'm like, the scissor up is not going to let me get up these things. It's not going to happen. So I kept looking around. And I'm like, how do I get to the front? Well, over here to our right was the pool and the stairway area. And they had windows. I looked at her. I said, "That's my only option. Like, there's no other like way to get around this." We also did not have our phone, so we can like call and be like, "Hey, let us go." Yeah. Just another big bang. So I go over to the stairway and I'm like looking down, like, there's a little bit of a drive, more of a drop than what I went in, because I guess they do it that way so people don't just like jump in. I don't know.
Probably.
So like I'm getting there, and you know how you do that thing like whenever something's really tall, you like really start reaching your toe down, like you're holding on and you just like touch something, and you stretch it as far as you can. So that's what I was doing. I was hanging on. Remember, eyes watered, snot flowing, scissor all up in me, no shoes. And I'm just doing this, and I'm just waiting for someone to come walking up the stairs, watching this guy on scissor trying to reach the step and just touch him with his toe. Finally, I'm like,
Thank you, Ridge Life. Thank you so much.
Thank you, hashtag blessed. So I just probably just dropped, and like, I mean, I went like that far, but scared to death. And I thought I was so far away from the step. Scissor, I was glad not. So I walked to the front, and I finally get in there, and at this point, I'm just glad I'm alive.
And close.
And close.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. And I'm glad the scissor's really kicking in, because I would have been much more embarrassed if it wasn't. I go in there and they're like, "Hey, sir, how can I help you today?" I want them to be like, "Where's your shoes at? You know, shoes no service." And it was really fun. I was like, "If they ask for a mask, I'm like, that's the least of our worries right now."
Not even on the radar.
Not even on the radar. So I look at him and say, "Yeah, so I've been here today. My wife and I, we locked ourselves out on the balcony. I had to climb down the stairs. I had to get over the balcony. I had to fight a geese to off. And now I'm here and I need a key." He said, "You did what?" And the guy to the side, he just starts laughing, busting out laughing. I'm like, "We locked yourself out. I need another key." "You locked yourself out where?" I said, "On the balcony, on the back." I said, "My wife's still there. So like, if we can kind of hurry her. You with the geese and the scissor." I was like, "If we can kind of hurry up a little bit here, it'd be great." And they both just start laughing. I'm like, "This is fun. This is real fun. I'm glad we're all enjoying ourselves here. Can I get the key?" So he finally gets the key. They, I'm sure, talked about it for the rest of the evening. I come back. I see her just standing there. She's like, "I'm glad to see you got it done."
Congratulations. You dodged the boat. So from then on, we left the door open.
Yes. The door did not stay closed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it made their night. They quite enjoyed themselves.
Yeah. Barefoot in Kentucky. Oh my goodness. It was so funny though. We just both looked at each other like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah, I was like, "This isn't real life." I said, "This is not real. This is not happening."
So the first night we got there, I don't know if y'all have been, but there is a place called Anakisa in Gatlinburg.
We should know, while you're hearing this story, this was the same day we got locked out. Yes. We had just got home, and then the lockout happened.
Yes.
Okay, so we probably should have led with that, but yeah.
Yeah. Every time we go to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, we basically make fun of people that do that because we don't understand why someone would want to scare themselves to death.
No.
And put their lives in danger.
We're old enough now.
In the name of fun.
Right. Why do we want to risk death now?
So Anakisa is where you ride a ski lift. I don't know what you call it. Up to the top of a mountain. And there's like this little town up there. There's restaurants, there's bars, there's shopping. We didn't truly know what it was because we had never done it. But I got on the website and
wasn't ever planning on doing it. Didn't care.
I was joking with him. I was like, "Well, we can do a helicopter ride." And my mom was like, "No, don't do that." And then I told him, we were just sitting there and I was like, "Let's go do it. Let's go to Anakisa." And I looked it up on my phone and I was like, "Babe, there's a garden up top." And I knew that would get him. So like, he'll do it if there's a garden.
Scissor got a hold of me. Any other day would have never agreed to this. I don't do risk no more. The most risk I do is dealing with a buck. Go. Like, my feet need to be on the ground.
Yeah.
It's silly. We have kids. Right. We're grown adults. Why are we doing this? What is the thrill in dying? Like, there's none. So, like, it's just.
We're both scared of heights.
We're so against it. Like, we don't do this. We don't put our lives in a potential risk spot. It just doesn't happen. Call us plain Jane. I don't care. There is no reason to risk life at this age. We have kids. Yeah. Anyway.
So I told him there was a garden, and he had a little bit too much cough syrup. And so we got dressed real quick, and we decided we were just going to go do this. We were going to drive the car down there. We're going to park, and we were just going to go do it and not think twice about it. And we're going to have a story to tell, and we're going to be proud of ourselves and say that we conquered our fears. So we get down there. We get up to the line.
All I said was, okay.
Yeah. So any other time we've been to this place, there's always like a 2-hour wait. There's just people everywhere. We get there, there's not a soul.
No one.
Not a soul. So we get up there, we buy our tickets, and we just immediately get up.
We just go in, and like they're like there's 2 and 3.
Think about it.
Yeah, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's spots.
They're very like.
They're big. They're big. They're for 4 adults like us.
A family.
Yeah, and so
I would never take my children up there
ever. Y'all, there was infants that people were holding.
Yeah,
like
nuts.
Crazy.
I don't know what's wrong with people.
Crazy. And if y'all did it, you crazy too. And so they're like 2 and 3 because you guys sit in the middle because there's 2 of us. They don't want to like be lopsided because there's risk. I saw someone say it wasn't high risk. Well, take out the high.
April,
there's still risk.
Anakisa Wednesday. That's so cool.
Nice. You're crazy too. So they're like 2, 3, and I'm like, she's like, is this happening? I'm like, I think it is. Like right
she
now.
Said, are you ready? I said, no.
No. Yeah, she laughed. She laughed, clapped her hands, and said, get on it, girl. I'm like, I thought you do this all day. We don't. Like this isn't our thing. And then like here it comes, and here it comes.
Oh,
like
you better sit down.
It scoops you right up.
Run over you.
It scoops right
there for dead.
As we're going up, y'all. As we are starting to go up, she goes, "Hey, pull that thing down." I'm like, what? What thing? What is she talking about? Her like she's like above your head. At this point, we're like
the bar that keeps you
several feet away from her. And so I'm like, oh. And I pull this thing down, and it doesn't lock.
No,
like, you can just do whatever you want with it. Super safe.
Need it.
Crazy safe. And so we're finally holding on to this thing. And so the picture. So I'm like, I'm scared to death.
Regret it.
I'm shaking.
I sat down. I said, I changed my mind. Like, stop.
Yeah, and I said, can't now.
Make it stop.
Scissor is worn off. Like, yeah, we were freaking out. And so,
meanwhile, there's literally families passing us coming down, and they're just
they look bored.
Yeah, they look bored. They look like they're falling asleep. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? I cannot breathe. I mean, it was just amazing.
Absolutely amazing. So
fearless humans.
After we get the bar down, I'm physically shaking. Yeah. Like my hands are shaking. My phone's in my pocket, and I know this is too good to not get some kind of pictures on. And I'm nervous because I'm like, if this phone goes, like it's not like ain't nobody I ain't get it, nobody get it. So I like pull it out of my pocket real slow, and she's like, quit moving it. I'm like, I'm not.
Stop moving.
I'm just
shaking the cart. The whole thing's moving.
I'm like,
every time you move.
I'm just gonna pull my phone out here. And then like I go to her, she said, you're gonna drop that. I said, I know, I'm trying to be super careful. And she's like, you're going to drop it. You're never gonna happen. I hope you're okay with that before you make this decision. I'm like, shh, I got this. And so I just get it out. And I'm holding it real close, and like I've got my other hand like underneath, just in case I drop. And I just start snapping pictures of her and I, and it was so funny.
I just wanted it to go back to 10 minutes ago when we weren't there.
Yeah, and then
I just wanted to go back to our balcony
where we were eventually going to be locked out of.
I just wanted life to go back to normal. I didn't want to do it. I regretted it. It was so super much. I mean, it just started going up immediately. It was just straight up this mountain.
Fun fact for y'all: if there was a line, we would have ended up chicking out. And
absolutely!
Like it's what we do. It's what we do. We like get big and brave, and we do these things, and we like pay money, and then we just leave.
Yeah, we don't do that in our life.
No. So it really like hurt us that there was zero line, and we just got to go out in there. I would have rather wasted the money to get on that sky lift than to do what we went through.
Yeah.
So we start going up, and it would stop a lot.
Yeah, a lot of stopping.
A lot of stopping, and then so now revert back, sick, eyes watering, nose running,
going up,
scissor up, all that good stuff. It like got 30 degrees colder.
Yeah.
And the wind was whipping.
We had shorts and a t-shirt on.
Yeah, I think I had a flannel on, but it wasn't
warm
good
on the
much. Yeah, it was very warm. Sun was out, things were great. We start getting halfway up, and I mean it is whipping. And we keep stopping. And then when you stop, you kind of do that. I was like, I don't want to throw up on the sky lift. And so cold, so windy. Took forever to get up there because of all the stops. We're assuming it's because of the ones that are enclosed, which she tried to do, and I'm like, nah, you got me into this. We're going all out. Really regret that decision again. Still, scissor was still involved.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Kathleen.
we finally get up there. It took like what? 30 45 minutes to get up this thing, which I feel like because we went down a lot quicker. But it was really, really long.
Yep.
So we finally get up there, and y'all, it was game time.
Yeah.
I had no more medication on me to throw in. It was coming out everywhere. And she was starting to have some issues of her own.
Yeah. Starting to get some womanly issues.
Yeah, elevation.
On top of this mountain.
Yeah, elevation situation.
Gravity set in.
Right. Things were not good. And so we're up there, and we
1,000 miles from nowhere.
Yeah, we go really quick. They have then a tower that is like steps. And for you all that enjoyed the conversation and the story of the water slide story,
oh my God,
very similar situation. Steps with gaps in height is not our thing either. Because
how many flights was it? 7?
Yeah, about 7 flights.
7 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
This was at the garden. So we make it to the garden where I convinced him to go.
Yes.
Worst garden I've ever seen.
It was so bad. They did these fake, what looked like a toothpaste container squirting out a color. And then they had a bunch of dead flowers that were supposed to match that color. It was awful.
Not a pretty garden.
No, it wasn't. Maybe when it gets warm up there, because it was still winter up there, it might get better. But there
was this tower in the middle of the garden, and he just says, "Let's go."
Yeah.
And grabs my hand, and I'm like, "No, I'm still trying to like wrap my head around what we just went through," and I'm upset.
And I'm like, "You got me up here. I want to get to the toppity top." And then leave this bad mother. And so
he literally just grabs my hand and says, "Come on, we're doing it."
Yeah. And I'm like, look, see, at least because we even referenced the whole water park, water slide scenario. I said, look, they thankfully
blocked a little bit better.
They blocked
I was grateful for that.
And like, that is the scary part of stairs, if you were unfamiliar.
Hashtag blessed.
So we started going up them, and we got going, and like, not winded at all, just more of we got more wind blowing in our face.
Lots of wind.
And we finally get up there, and my goodness.
Lots of people just so close to you.
Yep.
Like, I'm literally standing at the edge of my death, and I had someone behind me just like flailing her arms. I just want to turn around and punch her in the mouth. Like, get away from me.
And they're running, again, water slide story. Kids burning rubber up these stairs.
I'm literally like holding on to both
two hands,
just, like trying to.
They're going underneath their arms,
like behind me, just doing like dancing, taking Instagram, and like get away from me.
Yeah, people were FaceTiming on the sky list. I'm like, what? So we finally get to the top. It's absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking. I mean, we can see every mountain there is from miles, different states, all that good
stuff.
Mount
LaCarte was so pretty.
However, at the beginning, she is not even looking. She is.
No, I stood right by the stairs.
Yeah, scared to death.
So once you got out from the stairs, there was like glass on the
bottom. Yeah, now that was terrifying.
Where you could stand on it and see. Like, I don't know who would want to do that or why.
Right? Why? When they were designing that, like, hey, this isn't scary enough. Let's mix it up.
Yeah, let's make it worse.
Yeah, let's make glass on a 7-foot story high tower that we've already made them go up 6,000 foot in the air from where they were, and then stare down to their death. Like, that's not.
He's like, and then he gets in picture mode, and he's like, "Let's take pictures."
We got to.
Let's not.
But I'm like, I looked at her. I said, "Babe, I'm never doing this again. Like, this is never happening again. Our kids will never see it with us. They might on their own, but never with us. We have got to picture this. Like, we've got to have this to say we did it." And so we snapped a couple pictures, and then we blew that joint.
Oh, blew it. And then, after that, we went to the seafood place that I've been wanting to go to for a long time. And the both of us were just like glazed over.
Wait, before you get there, on our way down, we're silent. We're not speaking words to each other.
I didn't have anything to say.
We're both sick, and our face and our tummies and our woman areas because of gravity. It just was not.
It was just silent. And then I understood why when we passed the people, when we were going up and they were coming down,
why they looked so bored.
They were so quiet.
Right. They were terrified. But there was a couple in front of us, and they had a kid, I would say younger than Raylan. So probably 4. Well, he had a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
That jacket went bye-bye.
It fell. And I looked at Zach, and I said,
all of our hearts were
nightmares for the rest of my life, watching that jacket fall to the ground And then they didn't even know.
They had no idea. They had no idea. And we would have like yelled if like we weren't in a trauma and didn't even realize that the plane was about to go.
Every man for himself.
But it went down, and then it was like we were almost to the end. And I saw the mom.
She started like reaching.
She's like, "Where's your jacket?" Like we were starting to talk for them because we could hear the conversation. And the kid looked. I'm like, "Stop making the kid
move."
Like the kid's like bouncing around, like looking at.
Stop moving.
Like, stop! No! Don't ask the kid where it is. You all look, please, you all look. And then so the mom finally, dad, like kind of looked over, like you could tell, like he was really scared too.
Yeah.
And he kind of looked down. He looked up. And he looked back at us, and we both went. It went down.
It traumatized me.
Yeah. And so then we finally made it down, but it was terrifying. But yeah, the seafood place. So
we went and ate seafood.
Yeah,
so probably not the best idea.
No,
who does that?
We wanted it, and it was the plan. Like we were gonna do this.
I didn't think we would feel that bad.
Yeah, didn't think. Like I thought it'd be like one of those things, nervous at first. But
yes,
like,
Teresa, the movie Frozen. We actually talked about that on the way up. I hate that movie. I watched it one time and it scared me for life. And that's all I could think about while we were on that thing. I kept asking him, I was like, do you think we're too high right now if we fell, would it kill us?
Yes. And the whole time we would not have made it.
Could we fall and we would live?
I said no. And at one point I was like, maybe. Every bone in our body breaks, but we're not moving. But we live, right? Maybe. And if y'all are wondering, we are not talking about Elsa and Anna.
No.
Is it just called Frozen?
I think so.
But it's about people getting stuck on a ski lift, but it's actually like snowy, like cold. And
terrible. It's all I can think about.
Yeah.
All I can think about.
Terrifying. So we get down, not feeling good. We thought we would feel proud and energetic and excited and like, we did it. Yeah. Where's the scissor up? But that is not how we felt. No. So she's like, we want to go try this seafood place.
It's a seafood bar, raw seafood bar.
Yeah. And so we was thinking, maybe a little step up from the lobster.
Right.
It was not.
Red Lobster.
Yeah. The lobster. We both worked there. That's the thing. Yeah. So we walk in and her first words to us are,
do you have a reservation?
Nope.
In my shorts and t-shirt. I said, I do not.
I was wondering.
But I just stood there. I didn't even know. I'm like, I don't care if I need one. I'm hungry. And I've been walking here for like 15 hours after the event that I just had. So
well,
we're going to eat some seafood.
As they asked that, they told this couple in front of us, like, we got you down for 7:30. It was 5. Y'all, like, it was 5.
Like, what?
She's like, we got you down for 7:30 reservation.
There was nobody in there.
I said, no.
How weird.
And then they just like took us on. But I guess like around the bar is the non-reservation area. So that's where they took us. And it was fancy, super fancy. Not what we expected, but still super delicious for what we went through.
Yeah,
like I bet we would have enjoyed it a lot more if we went the next day.
Yes,
or before we went.
Him and I both kept running back and forth to the bathroom. It was so bad.
It was awful.
But the food was amazing. We got a seafood tower. And it was just a whole lot of seafood.
So good.
All of it.
And it was cold. It was a cold bar. So everything was fresh.
Mm-hmm. Very fresh. Very, very raw.
Very raw.
Very slimy.
On a very raw stomach. Very raw face. Everything was raw in this situation. It's probably not the best dinner.
It was good.
I mean, that was expensive.
It was. Then we went back to the hotel room. We got locked out.
And then we got locked out.
Then we recouped, and we actually went to a rooftop bar that night. That was fun.
We did. It was
we had a good time. We recouped ourselves, and then the next day we had a good day.
Yeah. So we hadn't, and just real fast to that rooftop bar, because I'm thinking, we haven't been like out probably since, I would almost say before Raylan.
Oh yeah.
That was like out. Kind of like that. And so we just wanted to go like,
hey, Amityville,
hang out and chill down.
Wanda, if you're talking about the seafood place, it was called Chesapeake's.
That's right.
The rooftop bar was called Rooftop Bar, I think.
Yeah, there's a restaurant, but then it's like the rooftop bar.
Something to do
is
with
like
a saloon. Saloon rooftop bar.
Something I don't remember. Yes. Hey, Hank. Dude, sorry. I just realized that I never texted you back yesterday.
Wow.
Sorry, my bad. We get doing things. Anyway, so we went up there and we was just like hanging out. Well, we happened to catch karaoke night on the inside.
Yes.
And live music on the outside. And I was like, this is sweet. Like we haven't seen just people being people and forever.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Oh my goodness. It was, I looked at him at one point and I saw that they were going to do karaoke. And I literally teared up. And I was just so happy to like watch people have fun and be joyful and like couples dancing with each other. My goodness, it just feels like it has been a long year and a half without that. And to watch people just be joyful was the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. We didn't do karaoke. I hate karaoke. I will not do karaoke if it's the last thing I could do on earth to save my life. But we just watched.
And there was a lot of entertainment there. And like there was two guys and they were bouncing back and forth on music. One was very country. The other one did a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's like he would have some Creed, some old Matchbox 20 stuff that we like listened to like through middle school, high school, and into college. And like everybody in that bar was like singing along to the songs. It was just fun. It was amazing. We enjoyed it. Went being, mom and dad went to bed at we left at like 9:30.
So after the seafood, because it was just a seafood tower,
right.
We didn't get an actual meal. It was just a whole lot of raw seafood. And it come about 9:30 at the bar, we're getting a little hungry. And everything in Gatlinburg closes early, like 10 o'clock, 10:30. And I looked at him, I'm like, we don't have any food in our hotel. I'm hungry. We gotta eat. So we actually left the Rooftop bar in search of food. Our go-to place is the Walgreens on the Strip, but it was closed. It closed early, even earlier than usual. And we found this place with turkey legs, funnel cakes, and chicken
tenders.
It's at 10:30 at night. And we ate it. Oh my goodness, we felt like college kids.
Chicken was raw.
Yeah.
Raw as day. I'm
that made for an interesting next day as well.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't been out this way. Like, I ain't eating all this stuff. But the funnel cake was fantastic.
At 30 years old, 31, I should not eat a funnel cake.
No. But it was one of those ones and probably won't be able to do that for another couple years. So it was great. And we had a good time. But the next night, and I know we're running short on time, man, the stories just keep rolling. The next night was probably even more fun because I was over my sickness. I was good to go.
So were you sick all night?
The next night, we're getting there. Hold
on. But I actually woke up that night and I told him my stomach is doing weird things. He told me it's all in your head.
It's all in her head.
I said, but we ate so much seafood. I said, there has got to be like a limit for one person, how much seafood you should eat in a day. Like this is the stuff that's running through my mind. I'm starting to Google like how many ounces of seafood should a normal human eat. I'm
like, babe, people that live in the beach, like that's all they eat. Like all they eat is seafood.
Like, but I know I had too much.
She's like, we had too much. Our bodies are not going to be able to do this. She said, listen, babe, I do this. I know how to make our bodies good for where we live. That's why I make you take all the stuff I make you take, and I make it, and I build it, and I don't account for seafood. I said, well, you know what? I think we'll be all right. Like, just calm down because we didn't actually eat that much. I mean, I slurped them oysters down like
thank God for that flesh.
Butter. I mean, I was eating them oysters. I hadn't had a fresh oyster, and I couldn't remember when. So I slurped all them down. I was like, listen, I ate the bad ones. You had the lobster, the clams, like all that stuff was like cooked but cooled down. You're good. You're good. And so she wakes up not feeling the hottest. Early Friday morning. But I guess you made it through. You didn't have anything that actually.
It was in my head.
Yeah. So I wake up and I'm like, I can breathe. I can breathe. Babe, let's go. Let's do things. I can breathe. I'm not gonna look like an alien out here in front of this place. I said, let's go. Well, she's like, I need to stop at Walgreens. What are you talking about? No.
I need medicine.
No.
I'm not well. We went to the pancake surgery. I actually ended up doing a telehealth and having a prescription called in to the Walgreens on the Strip. We had to go pick it up. But still, that didn't stop us.
It didn't stop us. We made it happen.
I popped them pills right there in line. I didn't pay for them yet. I popped them.
Yeah.
Paid for them. We went on our way.
We haven't had pills like in probably 3 years because we do, mainly natural stuff around here. But man, we caught up. We caught up
for our room. Like we had Dayquil, we had Alka-Seltzer, we had cough syrup, we had antibiotics, we had and our like regular vitamins and supplements.
Right, our natural stuff that we take because we take it with us.
What is wrong with these people?
So she gets better. I'm better. I'm like, mom and dad going out tonight. Like, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time tonight, y'all. We feeling good. Mom and Dad go hit.
3:30.
3:30. We hit the moonshine place up. We was like, ooh, look at us. We get back to the hotel. I'm like, let's get dressed up, babe.
We did. I put on a dress. Makeup on.
I got the flannel on. I had the boots on. I was like,
3:30.
Let's go. Let's go. And so we pop in the car. We're cranking some tunes with the windows down, going down the strip. Just enjoying it, just really feeling ourselves. And so we go to Old Red, which is Blake Shelton's restaurant down there. There's live music. JD Shelburne. He's from Kentucky. It was awesome. I've listened to him on the radio because usually you think it's going to be someone you have no idea who it is, right? Like they're just picking it up. But he's on the radio. We know his music. And so we're just sitting there. We're jamming. Food sucks. Don't matter. Like,
don't even care.
Don't even care. Like we're just hanging out, listening to music. Got a little groove to us. We get back in the car. Like Mom and Dad going home. It's 5:30.
5:30. Went on 5 miles back in the car. It felt like 5 miles. I sat down. I said, I am exhausted. He started like, he said it's 5:30. I said, I don't care. I'm exhausted.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
So we're cruising back home in the quiet.
Get quiet. Windows up, AC on.
Mom and Dad going home.
Mom and Dad going home. So we end up going back to the hotel. And we tried.
All the cool kids are just going out.
We tried. She was like, "Do you want to go like back to that rooftop?" I was like, "No, I don't." She said, "Do you want to?" No, I don't. Like I don't. It's like
5:30. I didn't play.
It
wasn't even golden hour yet.
We fought so hard to get through like our allergies and stuff that we had going on, and we exerted so much energy. And then the next day, we felt so good that we
did too much.
Ran that out real early, and then by the time like 8 hit, y'all, we were in the bed
watching Wide Earth.
My
mom texted me. She said, "Are y'all out having fun?" I said, "No,
nope.
No, we're in bed.
We're in bed
watching Wide Earth.
It's time to relax."
I gotta go to bed. That was so embarrassing. I thought we were so cool there for a minute.
But we did it the night before. I mean, we did go through it. You know, I started feeling better as the night went through. We had a great time that night. And that was our late night. And then Friday night, I mean, it was by 9 o'clock. It's just out. But I think it was just like we were finally better. All the build-up and stuff we had to get through to get there. What is scissor up? Scissor up. It's a Dayquil syrup. We just threw some scissor up on it. And we just need to relax. And so we woke up feeling good.
No, you didn't.
No, that's right. That's right.
You did.
That is right. That is right. I woke up
3 o'clock in the morning.
And I was like, what's wrong?
I hear him get out of bed.
Hang on, no, but you heard me after I sat there and talked to myself and God for a minute. I sat there and I was
like, last straw for us.
I said, what is wrong with me? I said, why am I up? I'm like, I don't have to pee.
Seafood.
Something's wrong. Something woke me up.
Too much seafood.
And then all of a sudden I was like, pretzels were being tied in my stomach. I said, what is that? No. Please, Lord, no. I said, well, haven't we been through enough this weekend? No. And
we were punished enough.
So I head to the bathroom. Praise Jesus for a flushing toilet, because that thing tore me up. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, this feels like the flu, like the stomach bug flu.
Here we go. No, we're in Gatlinburg. We're gonna catch a stomach
I said,
bug.
I've never been woken up having to do what I did. Like that doesn't happen. Like it usually waits
unless
till
you're sick.
Right, unless you're sick. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be here all night. Like, how am I gonna drive home? Like all this stuff started going through my head. I'm like, and that lump, right, y'all, that lump right there, like while you're sitting, when I'm talking about that lump right there, you're like, oh no, this.
Well, it always starts with that
part,
and then it moves to the vomiting.
Right, and then you're like, it's coming. Like I know it's coming, and like I'm dying of thirst too, and don't drink the liquids. Like you don't do it because that's gonna make all the stuff happen. Like it's all coming. And so I just sip just a little, and you do those the slosh, and you're like, please just hydrate me enough to get me through this.
I was laying in the bed, and I I was literally just praying for him.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him. And then I was just laying there thinking, am I next? Like,
yeah, because we always do it together.
We always do it together. We always catch at the same time. I kept thinking, any minute now, I'm going to start. And then we're both going to start throwing up, and it's just going to be the worst thing ever.
Yeah. And so, hotels, your trash can's this big.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so when both's happening, like you need something in front of you just in case. So I'm like taking all the stuff out, like everything that was possibly in there. And I'm like just waiting.
Throwing it.
I'm slow breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just calm down. Like everything's fine. So I don't know. I had 2 rounds. I went laid back. I went numb in the leg because like hotels are not fun, right? And only one potty, exactly.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna have to go to the
real
front area because I wasn't able to get up. So I'm sitting there and like it don't feel a whole lot better. Like I'm like, this ain't over. I don't want to go lay down and have to be up in 2 minutes. So I'm just laying there or sitting there and like my legs are numb. Like I can't feel them anymore because I had been there for like 2 hours and it just kept going. So I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down. I was like, I don't care if I have to get back up in 5 minutes. And I gotta get some blood circulation happening. And so I go lay down and she like rubs my back and she's like, you all right? I said, absolutely not.
No, he looked at me, he said, do you feel okay? He said, you might be next. And I said, stop. Stop. Everything's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. We need to go home.
Yeah. So I was thinking food poisoning at the time. Like I wasn't.
All I could think was just the amount of seafood that we had, and no normal person.
And she was like, I felt her.
There's gonna be a limit, okay?
She didn't say it out loud.
And if there was a limit, we definitely exceeded it.
She did not say this out loud, but I felt it. I felt her in her eyes and her mind saying, I told you we ate too much.
I'd already Googled it.
I told her, like I felt it. And she's like, this is what you get for not believing me. Like I knew that was like she didn't say it, but I knew she was thinking. And so I'm laying there and she's being very sweet, rubbing my back. And the next thing I know, I fall asleep and I wake up and it's like normal 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
we're good.
Am I good?
Okay.
Like, is it okay? Like I was truly expecting to just lay there, get up in 30 minutes and have to do this all over again.
Yeah.
But I just woke up and I felt fine. And she looked at me, she said, are you okay? I said, I don't know. Like, I think
ready to get up.
I didn't get up anymore. I was like, all right. It was over. It had to be food poisoning. It had to be something to just get it out of my system. It could have been the raw chicken that I didn't like catch maybe and too late. Could have been the seafood. Could have been the terrible food at Old Reds. Like any of that could have happened.
It could have been a whole combination of a whole.
It could have been just we don't eat that much out. Gravity, wind, allergies.
Scissor up.
Too much scissor up. We don't eat
antibiotics.
We don't eat out that much. Like there was a million things that could have resulted in that last night situation. Yeah. So finally, I get up. I said, "We're going home."
Yeah. So if you ever wonder if there is a limit on seafood, there is.
There is. I think I found it.
24-hour bug. I full-heartedly felt like we were gonna have a stomach bug.
Yeah, I was scared because she was like, "You're kidding me! Like you just got out of that, now it's hitting you there." I was like, "Yes."
You said your body basically gave you the bird. Yeah.
Yeah. All on our anniversary trip. We haven't been sick, and y'all over 2 years. Over 2 years through a pandemic, we haven't had a zero, not even an allergy. And then on our anniversary trip,
all of it. We're good now.
Yeah,
we're good.
And it's 9:03.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Ray, come here. I know you want to say hi. Come on, baby. Ray.
He's coming. He's coming. Goodness gracious. Thank y'all for laughing with us or at us or both. Or
I told y'all to bring you laughing pants today.
Yeah. Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. We made it home. And somehow we had a good time.
We did. We had a great time. There was just a whole lot of obstacles to overcome. My goodness. It was a good time.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully we're all done for the next 2 years. She actually started it.
Yeah, she started the whole thing. Gymnastics. Thank you. So did you have fun with Grammy and Patty? Yeah. And Memo? You had a good time, didn't you? I had a great time.
Girl, my stomach hurts. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if I got, like, I know some of y'all got that lump right now in your throat. I know some of y'all are starting to feel a little queasy in the stomach. I apologize, but I had to get realistic so y'all felt what we went through.
We needed to voice it.
Yeah.
Had to get it out. Had to put it into the world.
Because we're starting to not believe ourselves.
Right. Yeah. You couldn't write it. You couldn't make it up.
Yep.
Thank you
right.
so much for the anniversary wishes.
Yeah, y'all are too sweet. Thank
Karen,
you so much.
there are so many pictures on our Facebooks and the Stop Tribe. What is Ray Ray learning gymnastics? Where are you learning gymnastics? You're doing the bridge and your forward roll, and the next should be the cartwheel, which we've been working on. We've been working hard on it.
Yep.
Look at all the emojis they're sending you. Aww. We love y'all so much. Thanks for hanging out with
while
us.
it's upstairs, it's late. We're not going to climb down until we get down.
We love y'all so much, and thank you for listening to our shenanigans.
We love you all.
Thanks for always laughing with us and at us. Good night, y'all.
Night.
8 years.
Oh, and watch the video tomorrow. It's a good one.
Watch the video tomorrow.
Love y'all.
8 years.
8 years. Beautiful baby. Tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye.
Love y'all.
Bye.